Daughter in a terrible crash has an urgent new warning about the dangers of texting behind the wheel. More than 8 people are killed every day by distracted driving, 6 of them teens, according to a new
Hands-free
study.
does not mean risk-free. That's the finding of a new study done by AAA. It reveals that hands-free devices used on the road can cause distracted driving, even though both...
A single glance at a phone may last for just a split second, but the damage could be detrimental. Newly found research provides information that one is left distracted after looking at a phone. New research from the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety reveals that drivers can be mentally distracted for as long as 27 seconds after completing a task using hands-free technology while driving. Even though the argument is that hands-free technology reduces the risk for accidents, this may not be the case according to the research presented by the AAA Foundation. This nonprofit organization is dedicated to saving lives by improving traffic safety. With the information provided by the Foundation, it is easy to imagine that distracted driving tremendously increases an individual's chances of getting into an accident. Although texting and driving is a daily occurrence for many, the catastrophic consequences are far too high for the practice to continue. When it comes to car accidents that take place every day, the majority of them are caused by people who are distracted by their phones. Texting while driving happens every day and is performed by every type of person. It does not matter how old someone is, their gender, or race. For example, there was a mother who was killed in a car accident that was caused by someone texting and driving. The individual behind the wheel was a young boy who did not have a previous record. According to the community that he lived in, he was an excellent kid that did not get into trouble. The fact is, it does not matter if someone has a perfect record. That person is perfectly capable of being the cause of an accident. Everybody says that they will not be the person because it's only a few seconds off the road. The truth is, it can happen to anyone. According to Haynes, those talking on a phone behind the wheel are 4 times as likely to crash. That texting while driving is even more dangerous. The quote explicitly states that anyone who texts while driving is putting him or herself in danger as well as the others around. It does not matter how exceptional of a driver someone is. If he or she is not paying attention to the road, a tremendous amount of danger is created for everyone near the distracted driver. Ferdinand states, in 2016, almost 3,500 individuals were injured but survived a crash in which distracted driving was involved. A portion of these drivers have most likely been driving for multiple years and have never received a speeding ticket or been in a car accident, but taking a quick glance at their phone can change all of that in a matter of seconds, if not instantaneously. When it comes to a car accident that is caused by distracted driving, not only is there the driver, but there's the victim involved as well. As the future becomes present and technology evolves, more and more people's lives are put in danger as a result of texting and driving. Drunk driving had once been the #1 cause for accidents. Distracted drivers now kill more people in Ontario than drunks do. Smartphones are meant to be easily accessible, which is displayed through the number of accidents caused by distracted driving. Since a cell phone is just a reach away, it has become more common than drunk driving. Not only has texting while driving become more common, but it is also more dangerous. Considering how common texting and driving is, 6% of drivers at any time are on their phones, people's safety is being compromised every second someone is in a car. Not only do people have to worry about the experienced drivers, but in addition to this, there are teen drivers that are not as experienced and are huge culprits of the issue. Some states have issued laws where minors cannot touch their phones while driving for the first year. However, the contribution of the teenagers to this problem displays that every state needs these laws implemented. McDonald states, the study reports that teen drivers are 4 times more likely than adults to get into car crashes or near car crash events directly related to talking on a cell phone or texting. Due to the lack of experience, teen drivers do not have the reflexes that adults often have that comes with driving experience. When the ability to look down at a cell phone is inserted, responses are delayed when one may be in a near crash event. The number of crashes will keep on climbing as technology grows unless something is done to stop it. In order to lessen these unfortunate outcomes, texting while driving needs to be discontinued. The ongoing debate is what the best way to reduce accidents caused by texting and driving is. Included in these debates are whether or not bans and laws against cell phone usage actually reduce the number of accidents. According to Flanagan, additional research shows that handheld cell phone bans dramatically reduced handheld cell phone use in the states that enacted them and that the reductions in use persisted over time. It is unattainable to put texting and driving to a complete stop. However, such bans can reduce the damage caused immensely. The world has seen how destructive texting while driving is, and now there's finally a way to help the problem. Anything that helps the lives of people is worth putting an effort towards. Furthermore, there's evidence that displays the effectiveness of texting bans. Findings from Abauch and Adams suggested that between 2007 and 2010, states with strong texting bans consistently had lower single-vehicle, single-occupant fatal crashes than did states without such bans. Considering there's verification that these bans help reduce the amount of fatalities caused by distracted drivers, these bans should be enforced all throughout the United States. If such laws were enacted in every state, there is a major possibility that the number of deaths could be substantially reduced. A solution in which could be life-saving is something as simple as putting bans and regulations against cell phone usage while driving. Although hands-free cell phone usage is the main argument against texting while driving, it is still not benefiting nor preventing the problem itself. Advocates for hands-free phones say that since an individual's eyes do not come off the road, then there is no threat. Nonetheless, that is not the case. There is not a statistical difference in those using handheld or hands-free, Shibwell tells WebMD. Statistically, they were an equal number of crashes, he says. Although the driver may not be staring at a phone screen, what matters is whether or not someone is mentally distracted. If the driver is not focused on the road, he or she is not aware of what is happening in proximity to the driver. When someone is using the hands-free feature, he or she is focused on the conversation and not the road. Therefore, there is still a risk for an accident to occur. The only benefit that comes from hands-free technology is getting pulled over fewer times. However, studies participants with hands-free devices did receive fewer speeding tickets and general traffic citations than those with ordinary cell phones. Considering the benefits to hands-free technology does not include reducing the chances of accidents, there is no reason for it. The point that it does not distract the driver is completely invalid. The driver is still mentally distracted, which is dangerous for everyone on the road. There is no way to benefit the people without ceasing texting and driving altogether. Despite the daily action for some of texting while driving, the practice needs to be terminated in order to avoid further fatalities. Since the invention of smartphones, the problem of car accidents caused by distracted driving has exponentially increased. This issue is seen in every type of person, however, it is most frequently seen in teenagers. Since teenagers are new to the road, the consequences of looking at their phone could be catastrophic. According to researchers, the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration reveals that 5,474 people died and approximately 448,000 were injured this year in crashes that involved distracted driving. These numbers are outrageously high due to this issue. The only way to diminish these numbers is to place more severe laws regarding cell phone usage while driving. Ultimately, if texting and driving does not stop, the number of accidents, along with deaths, will keep increasing.